Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So we lost game 5. We got bounced from the playoffs. Alright. I'm just gonna talk over the footage from game 5 and leave it playing in the background as I talk. Right? So another game. It was another case of the same things on offense and defense. Right? If you want to look at specific examples, right, check out my previous videos, right, where I talked extensively about them. All right, I go into detail on the plays, on the specific things that I thought we should have done and the things that we didn't do so well, right? Okay, but overall, in terms of this playoff matchup, right, I was very surprised and disappointed with the lack of adjustments. All right, especially on defense, the way we guarded the pick and roll, it just seemed like there wasn't any defensive scheme, and coach was just letting the players freestyle for the most part, right? For example, when Nerlens was in the game, he would try and trap off the pick and roll, and then we actually got stops, right? We got the Hawks to turn the ball over, right? But when Taj or Randall was in the same position where they were guarding the screener, right? They went into a very deep drop without even stunting at the ball or trying to disrupt the ball handler, right? We just let the guys walk into the paint, and they would get easy shots at the hoop, right? There was no contest whatsoever, right? And Nerlens was hampered on defense. He was playing on a bum ankle. So Taj played most of the minutes. And hey, don't get me wrong, I love me some Taj, right? I love his hustle, I love his work rate, I love his intensity. But the way they were playing defense on the pick and roll, it was tough to watch, man. The Hawks just getting into the paint with ease, right? Getting floaters, kicking the ball out for threes. It was really tough to watch. All right, Young absolutely cooked us. All right, absolutely cooked us. All right, and on offense, it was the same old play every time Randall was in the game. We would run a high ball screen, all right, and then he would get the ball, and then what would happen? Everyone would just stand around and wait for him to do something. Right? There was nothing going on. We would have two guys standing in the corner, one guy standing on the wing, another guy, the point guard, would just pass him the ball, would just space out and let him do his thing. And often it would be like maybe 14 seconds left on the shot clock, and nothing was happening. Nobody was moving. We weren't running actions for people off the ball. Nothing was happening. It was just so easy to guard, right? In the sense that the Hawks players, they could just face the ball and just look at the ball, because their man wasn't doing anything anyways. So they could just turn, look at the ball, and just load up, right? If he went into the paint, if Randall went into the paint, he would see 3 or 4 bodies. That was it. There was nothing going on. It was too easy to guard, and we struggled mightily on offense, especially when Randall's shots weren't falling in this series. Right? Every game he played a little bit better, but his shooting was still off. All right? Nowhere near what he was doing in the regular season. Right? So it was clear our way of just isoing Randall at the top is not working. All right? So I know for a fact we actually do run actions, especially when the second unit is in the game. When guys like Obi, Quick, Bucks, they were in the game, we would run stuff. It was beautiful to watch sometimes. They would move the ball, off the ball actions, all right, pick and rolls, right? We would have so many things going for us when the second unit was in the game, but not when Randall was in the game. He would just ISO, ISO every time. It was very hard to watch, right? So if we want to be successful, all right, and be able to score the ball, especially during the playoffs, I think coach has to fix the offense when Randall is in the game. Get the guys to run more actions, get people moving off the ball, all right? And then when he catches, he can go to work, all right? Because everyone is moving, all right? The defense has to pay attention to what their man is doing, right? We don't just stand around and make it so easy to guard, right? So that said, even though I'm disappointed, which I'm sure a lot of you are, all right, I think overall we exceeded expectations this season, right? I recall when experts were predicting at the beginning of the season we will win 25 games, right? And to actually make the playoffs as a fourth seed, it was pretty amazing, right? Our guys stayed together. The camaraderie was very obvious, all right? It's obvious they like each other. They love to play with each other, all right? It was fun to watch, right? And we, for for a long time, we haven't done this. We actually drafted well, all right? We drafted OB quickly. Both of them had great rookie seasons, even though they didn't have a lot of minutes. But I thought for the number of minutes they were allowed to play, they actually did very well. All right. And we have great flexibility going into free agency. Right. So going forward, since we got bounced from the playoffs, I'll probably start making videos about the off season, right? So are we gonna bring back D Rose, Frank, Peyton, Burks? All right, we have a lot of guys who will be free agents, right? And what are the free agents we can realistically target this off season, right? With a view of bringing in guys who can shoot as well as contribute on the defensive side of the ball. So, like, comment, subscribe, all right, to make sure you don't miss that content. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, go Knicks.